So you just got a new camera for the holiday season, something with interchangeable lenses, and you're super excited to embark on this new journey. You even picked up a kit lens because that's what was suggested by the guy at Best Buy or the YouTube video that you just watched from someone else. But you've been at this thing for a few days, but your pictures and your videos just aren't coming out how you want to. You're looking for something more. You've heard the term prime lens floating around, but you're wondering which one should you get? Don't worry, I've got you covered. Hi, my name is Larry, and on this channel, I make content for creators. Now, I've actually got 2 recommendations for you, and depending on which type of camera you've purchased will depend on which one I recommend for you. Let's start with crop sensor cameras or APS-C style cameras. Something similar to a Sony A6500, 6600, 6700, I could go on, or the ZV series like the ZV-E10, the ZV-E10 Mark II. These cameras are gonna be your more affordable options. I'm actually filming on the Sony ZV-E10 right now. If you have a camera with a similar name to the ones I mentioned before, or the sensor size is similar on Canon, Nikon, Fujifilm, whatever brand you're using, I'm gonna recommend that you go with a 35mm. You should be able to scoop one of these up relatively easily and with a faster aperture than the one that comes on a kit lens. The faster aperture will give you the ability to create a blurrier background without the need of AI, post-processing, or cheap in-camera technology. Now, I might be a little salty, but I promise you nothing is better than nailing the shot in camera. I'm a huge fan of the 35mm on crop sensor bodies. It's an excellent medium length focal range, and it usually proves not to be too close or too far away unless you're in a super tight spot. But if you're able to nail your framing, this lens will be a godsend. Now, the 35mm lens that I use is made by Tamron, and one of the things I love about this lens is that it has a very short focusing distance, which means that I can get super close to my subjects and it almost mimics a macro lens. And in my opinion, I think that this lens is excellent even though it's f2.8. That focusing distance ability really makes up for the lack of a faster aperture. Now, the other reason that I love 35mm on a crop sensor body is because that is as close as you'll get to the 50mm full frame equivalent. And if you're finding value in this video, consider subscribing so you don't miss future videos. Now, there's a reason that it's called the Nifty 50. This lens goes right down the middle of the road for my needs. The 50mm was the first prime lens I bought when I was still on Canon, and it's the first prime lens I purchased when I switched over to Sony. And while it usually comes in at f1.8 for the normal Nifty 50 or the cheaper version, I really think that that's exactly the aperture and the price point that beginners need in order to start learning the ins and outs of lenses and camera mechanics. This focal length on a full frame camera is excellent for all types of photography. Portraits, street, landscape, product. The Nifty 50 can handle almost anything that you throw at it. And truthfully, I never leave for a client shoot without that lens in my bag because I know that it can handle almost any situation that I'm put in. The photos that you're seeing now will give you a taste of the versatility. You can see full body, closer portraits, and even some product photos, all shot with the Sony 50mm f1.8. So if you're looking to take your photography or videography to the next level and upgrade beyond your kit lens, and you have a full frame camera, I cannot recommend this focal length even more. At the time of recording this video, it's right after the holidays, so big sales might be over, but you still might be able to find a few deals online. I'll leave links to the lenses that I mentioned down in the description below. If you've got a little more budget to work with, I recommend you check out this video where I recommend that there are only 2 real lenses that you need depending on what you shoot and who you are. But I think that this video will give you a little better representation of what I'm talking about. Thanks for watching. Remember to do the work, believe in yourself, and most importantly, keep creating. Peace.